The den goes quiet, a tiny nose pokes into the daylight for the very first time and immediately trips over its own paws. This is the moment a wolf pup meets the world, and the world is terrifying. He can barely walk, he's scared of his own shadow, he wouldn't last one night alone. But something ancient is already switching on inside him, because this stumbling, wide-eyed furball is wired to become one of the most feared hunters on Earth. So how does the weakest thing in the forest grow up to run it? Let me show you. Because here's the setup nature handed him, and it's brutal. Born into freezing darkness, no teeth, no sight, no way to defend himself, and yet somehow, this helpless little thing is destined to lead a pack across hundreds of miles of wilderness. Here's how. It starts underground, and it starts in total blackness. When a mother wolf gives birth, she doesn't deliver a sleek, howling hunter. She delivers a squirming, one-pound pup that's completely blind, completely deaf, and can't even walk. At birth, a wolf pup weighs about 1 pound, roughly the size of a can of soup. He can't see. He can't hear. He can't regulate his own body heat. For the first 2 weeks, all he can do is crawl toward his mother's warmth and drink. But this tiny pup has a problem. He can't hunt. He can't follow the pack. He can't survive a single day without constant care. So how does a wolf mother feed herself, defend the den, and keep this fragile thing alive? The answer is something pandas could never do. She doesn't do it alone. Unlike almost every other predator, wolves raise their young as a team. The entire pack pitches in. Aunts, uncles, older siblings, they all take shifts guarding the den and watching the pups. And when the adults return from a hunt, they do something that sounds bizarre. They regurgitate fresh meat straight from their stomachs, feeding the pups a warm, pre-digested meal. It's gross. It's also genius. Then, around 2 weeks in, the eyes open. By 3 weeks, the pups stumble out of the den for the first time. And by 5 weeks, the milk starts giving way to meat, and their real personalities explode onto the scene. Now stick with me, because everything you just learned was the calm before the storm. At 3 months old, the chaos switches on. This is when wolf pups turn into tiny, furry tornadoes. They tackle their siblings. They pounce on falling leaves. They stalk their own mother's tail like it's dinner. They wrestle, bite, tumble, and ambush anything that moves, including each other, constantly. To a passing hiker, it looks like pure, unfiltered mayhem. But here's the thing, none of it is random. Every tackle is teaching bite control. Every stalk is practicing the hunt, and every wrestling match is quietly sorting out who leads and who follows. That messy pile of biting puppies is actually building the ranked, disciplined pack that will one day take down prey 10 times its size. And all that chaos is sharpening something incredible. And here's where evolution shows off, because this pup is developing a tool that will turn him into one of the deadliest trackers on the planet, his nose. A wolf's nose holds nearly 300 million scent receptors. Yours has about 6 million. That means a wolf can smell a single animal from more than a mile away, follow a trail that's days old, and identify every member of its pack by scent alone. All that curious sniffing and exploring as a pup, it's calibrating one of the most powerful noses in nature. Which brings us to the ultimate test of a young wolf's life. The night he stops watching the hunt and joins it. Around 6 months old, everything he learned in play gets real. The pup falls into formation behind the adults, reads their movements, tracks the scent, and takes his place in the pack. The clumsy furball from the den is gone. That trembling 1-pound pup who couldn't open his eyes, he's now a fast, powerful, razor-sharp predator, running with his family through hundreds of miles of wild country, exactly where he was always meant to be. So from a blind, helpless newborn to an apex hunter running with the pack, the weakest thing in the forest grows up to rule it. Not bad for a pup who was scared of his own shadow. Now, if you think wolves are wild, you have not seen the trouble a baby fox gets into. We're talking full-on furry crime spree, non-stop. That video's right here, and I promise you can't contain the mischief. Go watch it. I'll see you in there.